Afternoon, y'all. It is presidential-elect Puddin, and I have more questions that people want to ask me, and I figured I'd do another media outlet thingamabob, whatever you want to call this bullshit. But we're going to take questions from the media, and we'll see what we got come up with. So thank you for joining, and let's see what we can get our ass into today.
Pardon me, Mr. Puddin. Can you tell me what you plan on doing about North Korea?
North Korea. What do I think about North Korea? Well, I can tell you right now, that little fat sumbitch Kim Jong-un, or whatever his name is, I think I ought to get him a couple cans of Copenhagen, get him all spinning up in his head a little bit. I'm going to tie a rope around his leg and hook him up behind Betty and drag him dash around. Maybe that'll knock some sense into the little sumbitch. We don't deal with assholes like that, especially if they want to blow up people. We can blow shit up. We blow up catfish all the time. We take dynamite down there, we just throw it in the river, and boom, boom. But yeah, that's how we gonna deal with that little fat sumbitch. Good question.
Mr. Puddin, can you tell us what you plan on doing about the Second Amendment?
The Second Amendment. That's one close to my heart. And this is how we gonna deal with the Second Amendment. Number one, we're gonna fire all of Congress. They're gone. We don't want them in there no more. Some bitches don't know how to fucking do anything anyway. All they want to do is make money, and then make all of us suffer. So here's what we're going to do. When it comes to the Second Amendment, it says will not be infringed. So what we're going to do is we're going to give everybody in America a gun. That way when you walk up to a house, you're like, it might not be a good idea to rob this place. That's a house where a gun lives. As far as the schools go, what we're going to do is we're going to teach all the teachers. We're going to give them gun safety courses. We're going to give them all guns. But we're going to put a little extra added security. All these military men like myself that came back from war. I didn't come back from war. I was there, but I didn't go to war. Just to make that clear. But we're going to train these gentlemen. We're going to give them guns, and then we're going to have them be the security in the schools, and we're going to pay them to do it, which is a good thing because it'll get their ass back into work again, give them something to live for. There's too many problems going on with our military veterans. We don't need this shit no more. So we're going to do for our veterans. Thank you for the question.
Mr. Puddin, but I would like to know what you're going to do about illegal immigration. Thank you.
Illegal immigration. I'm glad you brought that up. Y'all remember back in like the mid to late 70s, there was a thing called Super Jock. And if y'all ain't familiar with this, I'm going to post a picture right here. What this was you'd take this little football that you seen in that picture, and you'd set it down at his foot, you'd hit his head, and that would kick the football. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a bunch of these on the Mexican border. And we're going to set them up, and we're going to drop kick all them illegals out of this country. It's a good way to get rid of them. May cost us a little bit in the beginning to get all these super jocks made. But in the long run, kick their ass out of our country. We don't need them here. So that's how we're going to deal with illegal immigration. That's right. You don't like it? Kiss my ass.
Mr. Puddin, if you are elected president, you will be the first redneck in the White House. What do you think about that?
What do I think about being the first redneck in the White House? Well, y'all better hold on to your britches, because it's going to get real. I don't want to live in the White House. I'm going to park my trailer out back, and I'm going to live in my trailer, and I'm going to put my best friends in the White House. That way, the presidential security can watch my little home instead of that big old home they got over there. I don't know how I deal living in a house that had 35 bathrooms. Shit, you couldn't piss in all of them in one day. Let alone take a shit in all of them in one day. Damn. So yeah, I'm going to park my RV on the back lawn, on the south lawn right by the fountain. That way every day when I wake up, I got a beautiful fountain to look at. And I won't mess up the White House. I may go in there every now and then and take a look. But I don't want to get blamed for anything getting fucked up. Because I know that'll happen. Thank you for that question.
What do you plan on doing about the Green New Deal if you become president?
So, y'all want to know about my Green New Deal? Well, there's going to be a couple parts of this Green New Deal. First of all, we're going to take this Ocasio-Cortez. We're going to shove her up a cow's ass and then let the cow fart. See how she likes it. Then what we're going to do, my new Green New Deal is going to be marijuana for everyone. You know, Mary Jane, Mary G. Wanna, you know, that good green stuff. I don't smoke the stuff, but I did inhale. Yes, sir, I did. Yes, ma'am, I did. Did I like it? Not really. I'd prefer my Jack Daniels. But yeah, on this Green New Deal, yeah. I think the best thing to do is shove her up a cow's ass and get her to shut the fuck up. That's what we're gonna do.
Mr. Puddin, we have investigated your past, and we would like to know what you have to say about Chevrolet.
What the hell? I ain't even president yet and y'all already investigating me? What the hell is this shit? What do I got to say about Chevrolet? They suck. They have a junkyard in every town. All you have to do is go around, you see the little Chevy emblem. That's all over in every town you go to. Only girls and pussies drive Chevys. I don't like Chevy. Never have, never will. Just like a nun. Never had it, never will. As far as Chevrolet goes, it's the biggest POS in the world. I myself drive a Ford. We'll be taking these Cadillacs and these GMCs and everything. Oh no, they ain't gonna be a part of my fucking crew. We gonna get some Fords in there. We gonna armor them. Damn right, damn skippy we are. We ain't gonna have no damn Chevrolet or Cadillac or anything like that. No. We gonna lift a Ford probably up on 8 inches. We gonna bulletproof that sumbitch, and we gonna be able to drive it wherever we want. And it'll be the presidential elect truck of the year, 'cause it's built puddin' tough. If y'all don't like it, don't drive it.
Puddin, this is Popeye. I want to know what your real thoughts are of olive oil. Well, blows me down.
Well, what do I think about olive oil? That's one skinny bitch. And the name? Popeye, can't you do any better than that? Olive oil? For God's sakes, man, she's a cooking utensil. You believe that shit? Holy crap, Popeye. You need to get your head out of your ass and get something else. Get something with a little meat on the bones, man. Dear God, you could break her like a twig. Dear, that was unacceptable questions. Damn.
Uh-huh. Roll, boy. Roll for Puddin.
Well, alright, now that's better. Scooby, I want you to know I've been a long time watcher and follower of your cartoons. You rock, buddy. I watched you and shit, I was knee-high to a grasshopper. Man, you got it going. Y'all listen to Scooby. You all vote for me. Alright, y'all. that's enough questions for the day. I got a couple small things I want to bring up, so you guys are going to have to hold your questions off for the next video. A couple things I want to bring up. The song Hail to the Chief. I'm changing that. Don't know what to yet, but when I find it, y'all note it. Another thing, Air Force One is going to be Redneck One if I get elected. It's going to be painted red, white, and blue with the United States flag and the Confederate flag on half of it. You don't like it? Kiss my fat white redneck ass. Y'all have a good day. And remember, vote for Puddin 2020. 2020. God bless each and every one of you. These here United States needs a change. Needs a puddin change. Let's make puddin great again. Y'all have a good day. Alright, y'all, welcome to Story Time with Puddin. Today's story is kind of a unique one. This happened back in 1992, and I will tell you that it happened to, I don't know if y'all can see, but I got a huge scar across my finger. I was living in Georgia at the time, and I was actually a bouncer at my roommate's uncle's bar in Douglasville. And it was a triple-decker bar. And in this bar, there was a lot of people. And every Friday night, I'd show up, and I'd get one beer before the night started. And so I just got into the bar, got my first drink of the night. I don't even think I got a drink out of the damn thing yet. Todd, my roommate at the time, was already at the bar. Me, Todd, and then there's a couple other of us that were bouncers at the bar. Like I said, I'm not a small guy, I'm a pretty big boy, and I can hold my own if I need to. And I can. Not trying to brag, I just can hold my own. Anyway, but I am getting older, so someone else may have to hold my own now. Anyway, so it was 1992. It was about 5:30 at night. We just got to the bar, and everything was getting ready. Well, there's this dude that always come in the bar, and you got to remember, at that time I was about 6'1", about 260 pounds, and someone is calling me, and I will be back. I apologize for that. That was a telemarketer. Don't know how they got my phone number, but they said that I had applied for a job on their website. And I'm like, lady, I've never applied for a job for nowhere. I said, I don't know how you got this number, but please don't call me back again. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. Now hung up. So anyway, there's this guy that was at the bar, and like I said, at that time I was 6'1", about 260. This guy was about 6'4", 6'5", and he was about 400 pounds. He was a big boy. Well, from across the room, all you hear is a loud smack. Like it sounded like someone hit something. Well, we looked over, and there was this little black girl that was laid out on the ground, and this big white dude had punched her and knocked her ass out. I went over there, and I said, Todd, you got my back? And he just kind of looked at me like stupid, like you're on your own. And I'm thinking, dear God, dude, what have I gotten myself into with this shit? So I walk over to this dude, and I tap him on the shoulder, and of course I'm kind of, even 6'1", he was 6'5", I'm still looking up at him. And I'll be honest, I was scared to death. I thought this big old boy probably fucking whipped my ass. So I tapped him on the shoulder, and he looked at me, he goes, what the hell do you want? And I said, dude, if you're going to be man enough to hit a woman, let's you and me step outside and see what you can do against another man. Well, at that time, at that time in the state of Georgia, you could actually poke people, and we would poke each other like right in the sternum, and you wouldn't get in trouble for that. I mean, I think nowadays you touch someone and you're automatically in jail. So, but back then you could do that. You could touch people, and anyway, you wouldn't get in trouble. So we go out to the parking lot, and I swear to you, in less than 30 seconds, 300 people came out of that fucking bar at 5:30 in the afternoon. And we're out in the parking lot, and we're poking each other. And I didn't want to throw the first punch because I knew if I threw the first punch, I'm the one going to jail. And accidentally, I misjudged his height. And I caught him right in the throat, which got him pissed off enough where he threw the first punch. As he throws the first punch, he misses. I duck. He misses. I hit him in the stomach. And all you hear is the exhale going, he leans over. I grab his hair of his head. I tilted his head up, and I looked at him, and I said, "This is for her." And I came up with an uppercut. But I didn't come up with an uppercut like this. I came up sideways with my finger out, which was really stupid on my behalf. As I came up with an uppercut, I felt a crunch. I knew something was wrong. I just didn't know what it was. But you remember the old saying, and I don't know if y'all's parents ever said this, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. Well, this motherfucker looked like a sequoia falling in the fucking Northern California forest. He hit the ground and he had blood coming out his ears, his nose, his mouth, everything. And I thought I killed him, and someone said, "No, he's still breathing. He just knocked out." As hard as he hit the ground, I literally thought I had killed the guy. But then one of my buddies looked over and said, "Hey, DJ, you bleeding?" And I'm like, and I'm looking at my hands, I'm like, "No, I'm not bleeding." He goes, "No, turn it over." I turned my hand over, and you could just see blood going out of my finger, and I'm like, fuck, so what's the first thing you do? You take your hand and you put pressure on it to stop the bleeding. As I did this, I felt a huge crunch. I mean, multiple crunches. And I knew something was wrong. I just didn't know how bad it was. I don't know. Yeah, I think you guys should be able to see that scar that goes across like that. That scar. Anyway, so I went to the hospital. They had two different ambulances, put me in one, put him in the other, because I wasn't going to ride with his fat ass, even though now my fat ass probably didn't want to get in one anyway. But so anyway, I went to the hospital. They did x-rays, and the doc come out, and he goes, "Well, I got bad news, and I got real bad news." And I'm like, "Holy shit, doc, you ain't no good news out of this?" He goes, "Well, here's the problem." He said, "We're going to have to take you into emergency surgery." And I'm like, "What the fuck?" And he goes, "Yeah, well, this is the real bad news. His teeth are embedded in your finger. So when I punched him sideways, his front teeth got embedded in my finger, and then they had to surgically remove his two front teeth out of my hand. So now I have a metal ball and screws holding my pinky on. I still have mobility. You got to remember, this is back in 1992. But I tell you right now, when it gets cold, the son of a bitch hurts." So anyway, they go through all the surgery. I have a card that I carry in my wallet. Let's see if I can find it real quick. You got, just that way you guys know you believe me. Know that I'm not lying to you or telling you some kind of a bullshit story. This card right here is from 1992 when I got, and I've had to keep this card on me because it says the owner of this card has a metal implant that may activate a metal detection device. And this came from, I don't even know where it came from. Orthopedic and Fracture Center? Something like that? I don't know. Anyway, this is 1992. And I still carry that with me. Well, of course, now y'all know I've got my titanium knee. And you ought to see security or TSA go to shit when you go to a fucking airport with that sumbitch. And especially if I'm wearing my knee brace at the time, oh man, they're like all over my knee like fucking flies on shit. Anyway, so all this shit gets done. They put a cast in my hand. About 2 weeks later, I'm at the bar. Excuse me. 2 weeks later, I'm at the bar, and this big old boy walks in. And I'm thinking, oh shit, he's here for revenge because I knocked his ass out. He walked up, and it's not nothing to laugh about now because I don't even have front teeth now because of a doctor. But he walked up to me and he was like, "I just want to apologize, you know, because you talk kind of funny when you don't have front teeth anymore." And he said, "I wanted to apologize to you." And I said, "What for?" And he goes, "Thanks to you," he goes, "I kind of opened my eyes," and he goes, "I should never lay a hand on a woman." I said, "No man should. I don't care what the woman has done. You never lay an ill hand on a woman unless it's in the bedroom behind closed doors and she wants it." Don't ask. Anyway, so I ended up becoming decent friends with him. I haven't talked to him in years. I mean, I talked to him for maybe about a year afterwards. I ended up dating the black girl for about 6 months until I found out she was a stripper. And that didn't cut it for me. I have morals and standards, so I just don't, I don't believe in that stuff. I went to titty bars and shit before, and it's just not something I'm interested in. No, I'm not gay. I love titties, I love ass, but I just don't believe in spending money or going and dropping $1 bills in some woman's G-string just to get your dick hard where you can't go do nothing. I know you ladies don't want to hear this stuff, but I know you ladies are also go to men's strip clubs, and you guys go there and have fun too. So, but I'm just saying I'm not into that. I've been to a couple of strip clubs, and it just wasn't my cup of tea. I just don't like it. It's stupid to spend money on something that you're not going to get nothing out of. I don't believe that anybody should have to pay for sex. I think that's just bullshit. Unless you're someone I know that likes to go to Mexico and go get you a Mexican hooker after watching the donkey show, and you know exactly who you are, and you know exactly who I'm talking about. And I hope you watch this video, you motherfucker, because you know you are. Anyway, so that's my story for today. I know it's kind of a little out there, but that really happened. And just so you guys can see, there is a scar that goes across my finger where they had to put my finger back together. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Y'all be good. Y'all have a great day. Be kind to one another, love one another, and live life to the fullest. And remember, Puddin 2020. Y'all be good. God bless each and every one of you, and I love you to death. Take care.
So put your drinks up for the weekend, 'cause them work days sure been